The Tale of Mrs.Tiggy-Winkle by Beatrix Potter. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Lucy who lived at a farm called the little town. She was a good little girl, only she was always losing her pocket handkerchief. One day, the little Lucy came into the farm yard crying. Oh, she did cry so! I've lost my pocket handkin, 3 handkins and a penny. Have you seen them, the tabby kitten? The kitten went on washing her white paws, so Lucy asked of speckled hen, Sally Henny Penny, have you found 3 pocket handkin? But the squirrel panned round into a burned cloaking. I go barefoot. And then Lucy and the cook rabbit sitting on the twig. Cook Rabbit looked sideways at Lucy with his bright black eyes, and he flew over a stile and away. Lucy climbed up on the stile and looked up at the hill behind the little town, a little hill that goes up into the clouds. At thought it had no top, and a great way up the hillside. She thought she saw some white things spread up in the grass. Lucy scrambled up the hill as fast as her short leg would carry her. She came along a step past the way, up and up until the little town was right away down below. She could have dropped the people down the chimney. Presently she came to the spring, bumbling up out from the hillside. Someone had stood a tiny candle upon a stone to catch the water, but the water was already running over for the candle was bigger than an egg cup. And where the sand opened the path was wet. There were the footmarks of a very small person. Lucy ran on. The path ended under a big rock. The grass was so short and green, and there were the clothes props coat from the bracken stained with the light of the plate brush and a heap of tiny clothespins, but no pocket handkerchief. But there was something else, a door striding into the hill, and inside it someone was singing, "Lily white and clean, oh, with little fries between, oh, smooth and hot, rosy spot, never heard it be seen, oh." Lucy knocked one twice, and interpreted to song. A little frightened voice called it out, "Who's that?" Lucy opened the door, and what do you think that there was inside the hill? A nice clean kitchen with a faggot floor and wooden beams, just like any other farm kitchen, only his ceiling was not so low that Lucy had nearly to touch it, and the pot and pans were very small, and so was everything there. There was a nice hot singly smelled, and at the table with the iron in her hand stood a very short person staring scornfully at Lucy. Her print ground was tucking up, and she was wearing a large apron over her striped petticoat. Her A little back nose went sniffle, sniffle, snuffle, and her eyes went twinkle, twinkle, and underneath her cap were Lucy and the yellow curl. That little person was Prickle. "Who are you?" said Lucy. "Have you seen my pocket handkin?" The little person made a bob courteously. "Oh, yes, if you please, my name is Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. Oh, yes, if you please. I'm exclaimed to clear the stature. And she took some of the things out of the cloth basket and spread it on an earring basket. "What's that thing?" said Lucy. That's not my pocket handkin. Oh, no, if you please, that's the little skirt waistcoat belonged to Coco Rabbit, and she'd rounded it and folded it and put it on one side. Then she took something else off a clothes horse. "That isn't my penny," said Lucy. "Oh, no, if you please, that's a dead mouse tablecloth belonging to Jenny Wren. Look how it's standed with the curtain wine. It's very bad to wash," said Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle nose went sniffle, sniffle, snuffle, and her eyes went twinkle, twinkle, and she fetched another hot iron from the fire. "They're one of my pocket handkin," cried Lucy, "and they're my penny." Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle ironed it, and gruffed it, and shook out the pearl. "Oh, that is lovely," said Lucy. "And what are those long yellow things with fingers like gloves?" "Oh, that's a pair of stockings. Stocking belonged to Sally Honeypenny. Look how she's worn peeled out with satching in the yard. Feel very soon for barefoot," said Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. "Why, there's another handkerchief, but it isn't mine. It's red." Oh, no, if you please, that one belonged to tall old Mrs. Rabbit, and it did smell of onion. I've had to wash it spreadily. I can't get out the smell." "There's another one of mine," said Lucy. "What are those funny little white things?" That's a pair of mittens belonging to Tabby Kitten. I only have to iron them. She washed them herself. "There am I the last pocket handkin," said Lucy. "And what are you dipping into the basin of a thatch?" "Their little dicky shirt front belong to Tom Mouse. Must treble the tread collar," said Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. "Now that I've finished my ironing, I'm going to air some clothes." "What are these dear softly fluffy things?" said Lucy. "Oh, those are the little coats that belong to the little blonde at the school." "Will the jacket take off?" asked Lucy. "Oh, yes, if you please. Jack, look at the shaved marks on the shoulder, and here are marks for the gate grass, and three that come from the little town. They're always marked at the washing," said Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. And she hung up all sorts of sizes of clothes, small brown clothes of mice, and one verbally the black mold skinned waistcoat, and a red tail coat with no tail belonged to Squirrel Lunkin, and a very much a squirrel blue jacket belonged to Peter Rabbit, and a petticoat no marks that it had not gone lost in the washing, and at last the basket was empty. Well, then Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle made tea, a cup for herself and a cup for Lucy. They sat before the fire on the bench and looked sideways at one another. Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle had holding the tea cup was very, very brown and very, very wrinkled with the soap salt. And although her round and her cups, there were the bare pins sticking wrong and out, so the Lucy didn't like to sit too near her. When they had finished tea, they tied up the clothes in the bundles and Lucy's pocket handkerchief. They folded up inside her cleaned penny and fastened with a silver thread safely the pin. And then they made up a fire with turf and came out and locking the door and hid the key under the door still. Then away down the hill they trotted Lucy and Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle with the bundle of clothes. All the way down the path a little animal came out of the fern to meet them. The very first that they met were the Peter Rabbit and the Benjamin Bunny. And she gave them the nice clean clothes, and all the little animals and birds were so very much belonging dear the Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. So at the bottom of the hill, when they came to the stile, there was nothing left to carry, except Lucy one little bundle. Lucy scrambled up stile with the bundle. It hurt the hand, and then she turned to say good night and to thank the washerwoman. But that very old things. Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle had not waited either for the taking off or for the washing bill. She was running up the hill, and where was her white furry coat and her shoe and her brown down and her peacoat and the bald spot of had the ground about it and covered with a pickled. Why, the Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle was nothing of a hatchet. Now some people says that little Lucy and he's asleep opened the stile, but then how could she have found the three cleaned pocket handkerchiefs and the penny with the cyber the safely pinned, and besides I have seen them that door into the back of the hill called Cat Bill, and besides I am very was equipped with their Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. The end.